Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Brooks. I'm with Ancillary Innovation and a number of other different labs. But today we're going to be talking about the Consultative Genomics Requisition Form. It's a very simple form, very straightforward, but it's very important that we know exactly how to fill it out so that when you do send it back in, the specimens are going to be processed and not going to be rejected at the lab. So we're going to start from the front, from the top. Patient first name. So this is the rec form. This is it. Very simple, as you see. We're going to go box by box to show you exactly what needs to be done. First name, last name, biological sex, no comments, please, date of birth, and your phone number. Now, that's going to be your mobile number, obviously, because everything's going to be done, set up to go via text to your results on an app on your iPhone or your Droid, okay? Now, what we need you to do is in this space right up here on the border of the, either one of the borders, there's 4 of them, write your email address in huge letters, huge, I mean, as big as you can so that even people in the Army can get it straight, okay? And I am an Army nurse, so I can say that, okay? So right up here, write that up there, email address in big, bold letters, legible, please. Right here, where it says practice information, we're going to write, what are we going to write there? Got to figure that part out, but I'll come back and let you know on that one, okay? So we want first name, last name, biological sex, date of birth is very important. Got to have the date of birth, and your phone number, your mobile number, your address, city, state, and zip. Don't worry about it. Ethnicity. Make sure you check off what you are. African American, Asian, Caucasian, Hispanic, Jewish, Ashkenazi, Portuguese, other. Just write, please check one of those. Insurance, we got to have insurance, folks. If you're insured, make sure you have your cards, all the information you could possibly get off that card, put it in there, okay? Social security number, got to have your social. If you are not insured, then you have to have your social security number, and your primary insurance is going to be CARES Act. But you got to have your social in there, okay? Have to. And the name of person insured or uninsured, and your date of birth. All right, don't worry about attaching your driver's license or anything like that to it. Don't worry about that. Okay, just make sure that you've got the insurance information, your social security number, and CARES Act in there with your social. But either way, everyone has to have their social. Beneath that, your specimen information. Just put your initials under collected by. Don't check either one of those boxes. Under the next box, tests, you want to make sure you write COVID, check COVID AB, which is COVID antibodies, and check that capillary. Check that box. Do not check the PCR box or the rapid test box. Just COVID AB, which is antibody, and the capillary. Under the diagnosis ICD-10 codes, you're going to check either the Z03.818 code or the Z20.828 code. You're going to check one of those boxes. If you have symptoms, then you're going to find your symptom on there or other and write it in. But if you don't have symptoms, you're going to write down either suspected exposure or known exposure to COVID. If you've been exposed at any time during COVID, then you want to check the known exposure. If you're not sure, you want to write suspected exposure. But I'm telling you right now, pretty much everyone's been exposed, whether you like it or whether you know about it or not, you've been exposed. My son, we did his antibodies about 3 weeks ago, never had any symptoms, never had anything, never tested negative the entire time, but he had a 90% antibody. Me, I was never tested positive. I was negative the entire time, but my antibodies are 90%. But I had all the symptoms. I was sicker than a dog. I thought I was going to die. And my wife tested positive the entire time, and her antibodies are at 40%. So everybody from any end of the spectrum, one end to the other, everybody can be different. So make sure that you check one of those, known exposure or suspected exposure, okay? After that, there's no authorizing signature needed, because for COVID, there's no doctor signature necessary, all right? None. Don't worry about that. Just send it in. And then we need to have your signature and your date in the lower right-hand corner. Make sure we got all that information. And the next, after that, we're going to go for this, and I'll come back later and explain to you the practice information, all right? And we'll go from there, okay? Thank you. Oh, I just got it. Sorry. Practice information. We're going to write ICP, Integrated Care Professionals. That's who it's going under. Okay. That's Aisha's group, ICP. Thank you very much.